guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be tying a fly that looks like this, but I'll call it the crazy bug, because it's just crazy. It's a little top water, and just, yeah, and hope you all enjoy, and let's get going. Okay guys, so here are the materials. I'll need one sheet, doesn't have to be this big, of yellow foam. It's like craft foam. It doesn't have to be thick. Some super glue, some white thread. I'm using 6/0, but you can use any. You will need a size 10 hook in a curved shape. So I have it on my vise right here. And that's pretty much it. So next we'll get to tying. Okay guys, so first you'll start with your hook on your vise. Take your white thread, and it's gonna look something like this. So same hook, y'all can see here. So we're gonna take it and we're gonna start off by taking your thread, and we're gonna wrap it all the way down to the tail end of your hook. So we're gonna go to the very end of the hook. Just like that. And now we're gonna go wrap it a few times around there. That way it won't come undone. Now you're gonna take your scissors and cut off the tail. Okay. Now I'm going to wrap it back up to the top. So now we already have our thread already on there. Okay, so now we're going to take our white sheet of foam and get one of these little corners. And this is for the, this is for the outside. It's crazy because you don't start with the inside foam pieces. I'm going to start with the outside. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're going to measure from a little bit back. And what I'm going to do real fast, I'm going to make a little part and I'm going to make a little lump. So over what I've been doing, like on these, here's a bluegill bully, is sometimes whenever you put your super glue so it doesn't come apart, you don't want it getting in the hole. So it's like, there's no point in making a fly if you can't even tie string onto it. So that's why I'm doing that. So it just tells you where to stop. So I'm going to measure from that part where you stop about halfway or to the very end of your thing. And I'm just going to make a little mark with my nail. Okay. Then you're going to take your scissors and you're going to want to cut just a little piece off. So I'll show y'all. I'm going to cut this little piece. So this is the outside. You don't want the outside to be too big. So, just for there. So, there it is. And then you're going to cut another exact one. So, kind of do the exact same thing. Alright. So now you're left with these two things, which are going to go on like that. So what I like to do is I like to take my scissors and at one point make a cut, 2 cuts, that makes a little point, like that. You're going to do it on both of these. 1 cut, 2 cut. Alright, so now you have something looking like these. One like that, and then one wrong way. Like that. And it's okay. I've already marked on these. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna, unlike this other one, I think I'm gonna color the wings. That's gonna be at the end. Alright. So I'm gonna show y'all. So what I like to do, or I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna take that tip. Let me move my finger. I'm gonna take this tip and where that end point that I did, what's it called? With my thread that I made to make it big so I know where to stop. I'm going to take that, put it right on there, and then I'm going to make a wrap. I'm going to hold that. I'm going to make a wrap that's going to cover it, to hold it in place. So now it should be like that. So what I'm going to do now, so I already have one wing. This is the other wing. I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So take that and wrap it up. Make sure not to go over that point where you're supposed to stop. And now what I'm going to do, if I can show you. So right now this is at the top. I'm going to kind of take my thread and I'm going to take it, I'm going to go behind the wing, go up, and I'm going to tie it around. So you're kind of making like you're kind of like going through each of them. I'm going to do that twice. That's to help separate your wings and make it look better in the water. One thing to be careful about though is to don't go over your foam. And what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to wrap it around twice in the very end. That way your foam doesn't slip. So now you have something like that. So that's these front part. Let me get you. Those are these right here, these flaps. So now of course we gotta do the long parts in the back, these two. So what I'm gonna do, I'm not even gonna measure because I mean it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna want to make thin. Thing is gonna be really thin. I'm gonna make a little long cut, about 3 inches long. Of course, I'm not gonna use them all, but there it is. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna cut it in half. So there's your two, and make your point. Oh, scissors don't cut that. All right, make those points on both of them. That I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, so made the points, and now what you're gonna want to do is actually I'm gonna turn this for y'all guys so y'all can see it. Right there. Okay, so you see that? So you see the opening now. So you're gonna take your first wing and you're gonna just stick it inside. So what I'm gonna kind of do is before I do that, so I'm gonna try to go like this. I'm gonna kind of pull up. I'm gonna pull my wings forward to keep them from coming. So now it's like that. So now you kind of opened it. And now what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to go on one side of it, just like this, and you're gonna wrap and wrap over. Just like so. So there you go. So now I have it. And now, just like the first part, we're going to repeat the exact same thing. And just, main thing is, I'm going to tell y'all people that fly tie out there, if you haven't done it, if you're just starting, take your time. I mean, I'm kind of rushing it a little bit, because, I mean, I'm filming, like it's a video. Y'all get it. You don't want to just, you want your audience to like it. So you kind of, just take your time. So now what I'm going to do is, I came to the front, and I'm actually going to redo this, fix this. Just like the same thing where where I went through them, I'm going to come back towards the back and I'm going to do the exact same thing like the first one 2 times. This is going to help separate it like before. Okay. Just like that. Alright. So now we have it. Just like normal. Now what I'm going to take is I'm going to take these. These come in white and green, but you can use white. But this time, I think I'm going to try to go with the green. Oh, that's right. But I'm going to use the green. So you take a strand. Of course, it's not as long as the other one, but because it broke, we'll try. And you're going to fold it in half. So you guys should see it again. Just like that. So you're gonna fold it in half where it's this little loop. And it's okay if they're even or not, but kind of try to get it close. And you're gonna tie that first part of the loop on there. Now this part can be a little bit tricky because sometimes your thing doesn't want to go on. So just take your fingers and make it even more narrow. But once that catches it right there, you're going to want to come and tie it around. Just like so. And now I kind of had that little loop, so if it gets in the way, just cut it off. Just like that. Now I'm going to wrap around, and I'm going to get another strand. Okay, this one didn't break, so it's a little bit longer. This one will be our longer legs. It doesn't matter. If you like long or short, you can put it how you want it. But it doesn't really affect the way the fish like it, in my opinion. So, pretty much gonna copy the exact same thing. Take it, fold it. Just like so. Alright, so now have it like that. And that one was a little bit longer. The loop was a little bit bigger. So I'm just gonna fold it back. And then just cut it. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your whip finish, and you're going to want to whip finish it off. Oh, I didn't do that right. Hang on, people. To redo it. So my thing came undone. Which is okay. It's because I got slack and the thing slipped off. So I'm just going to reposition it. Just like that. Okay. Now maybe this time it won't work. So you're going to want to... Okay. I know what it is. Here it is. Alright. Just give me 1 second. Alright, so I'm gonna do this, whip finish it. It's not wanting to go. Oh my gosh. Hard thing I think is the whip finish. Once you get the hang of it, it works. See, like that, got it. Never mind, people. Didn't work. And gotta reposition it again. While I'm doing this, just to make sure if y'all tie flies, is whenever you take a hook. I use these X-Fishman flies, got them off of Amazon. I always take a spool of your line. So this is 12 pound. And I run it through the eye holes because sometimes in the factory where they make them, they like get bent. So you kind of want to not use the bent ones. That way it is not as hard. Okay. I got it now. So I'll finish it off. And now you have it. Everything's a little bit long, so you can trim it up. In the front, these two, I think I'm going to cut it. I cut them the same height, so I just trimmed it down a little bit. So now you can take your fingers and you can reposition them. Reposition the way your things are. We'll just call them the elastic strings. And I'm going to cut them to the same length. I'm going to pull them over. But then for your two ones on the outside of it, I'm going to leave them a little bit longer. That way it's like that. And now we're going to take some super glue. This is Loctite. It's very strong. And if you get it on your fingers, I learned, it takes about a week. And it eventually comes off. So I'm just going to put it on the wire. I'm just going to kind of move it around. That way it doesn't come off. And your string comes undone while you're fishing. I'm going to finish up the ends. So I'm going to take my scissors. And I'm going to, on these, I made a little points. So kind of just come on the top. And just cut them down. I kept it the same length, but just modify it how you like it. If you guys don't know why I put the fishing line through the eye of the hook, it's actually so that the glue doesn't get in the eye. That way you have room that you can tie your string through. So yeah, I just want to let y'all know. And then pretty much you have it. And one thing you can do, take a Sharpie, permanent marker, and you can give it like lines or dots. And you don't have to do this, but why not? It's fun. So, I'll show you. I gotta get over here. I'm gonna make dots on the outside. And then, right here, I'm gonna make like lines. No, maybe we should do that. So, there you go, have it. Make some lines. And then just let that dry. And then, there you go. There is your fly. Let me grab it. There you have it. This is your crazy bug topwater fly. So thank you for watching, and leave a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel for all these fun adventures, fly fishing and fly making, and maybe some other stuff in the future. So thank y'all guys for watching, and hope you enjoyed. Now go catch some fish on your crazy bug. Alright, bye guys.